I remember a moment when my two daughters, they were sort of talking like about, a bit of raised voices about something, yeah, but that's not what I said. And there was this bit of energy, and then the other one said, but that's what I heard. And I was like, oh wow, yours too, I don't know, they were not even 10. They could see the difference, and it completely deflated their little thing that could turn into an argument. Our main motivation was our children. We realized that we were speaking at times the way we were spoken to, and there was something that was like, we wanted something different. We were longing for a power with our children, a sense of equality, and give them something that they could feel really safe and secure. And so CNVC gave us a way into that world where we're actually using language that is really acknowledging their feelings and needs. We never told our kids to say sorry, because for me that's coming from a power over. How can we're teaching our kids to lie at times because they're not sorry. And so we've invited to become aware of regret. And one day our daughter, she walked around my husband and she had a steak knife and she sort of pricked him a little bit by accident. And she had tears welling up and she said, I didn't want to do that. And I was like, it's another example, like she was really connected to her shock and her sadness. And I so often hear, when we do something that we regret, but we haven't taught to really connect, we just say, oh, sorry. The gift of actually really, really expressing, in a way that is connecting and coming from a place of connection is very rich for me. Yeah, we never told them, oh, don't feel sad, Or that's the thing that I mourn, is like when kids, as soon as they start growing a little bit older, it's like, and there's something, oh, don't feel sad. It's like, oh, don't feel sad. Like, I invite you to feel sad. I can be with your sadness. I can be with that. It's neither good or bad. It's just what it is. And for kids to grow up knowing that all feelings are welcome. Sure, sometimes it's hard when they're feeling exuberant and you're trying to have a quiet time. But I don't want to make them wrong about having that joyful feeling and take it away. Because here we are telling them, now don't be sad, don't be happy, don't be this, don't be that. And so we then grow up into adults that are not connected to our feelings. And what Marshall says, bad, sad, glad and mad. It's the bugle in the symphony orchestra, that's all we know. Whereas our feelings are the whole symphony orchestra with all the different instruments. And I needed to learn that. I was not in touch with my feelings when I grew up. And so there's an invitation for people to have hope that it can be taught, like you can learn a new language. It's all there actually. It's just allowing it to come up. One thing that I'm mourning is that sometimes people say that they use CNVC to get their own needs met. And so one person said to me, like I've seen CNVC used in a way that actually is manipulative. And so for me, and I can go back and cringe when I first learned about CNVC. I've done that. I thought, oh, if I do this, this and this, then I get my needs met. And the next layer is that, and that's where the spiritual awareness and growth comes in, is actually, that's not, those are only the trainer wheels, they're only the tools to get to a place where actually everyone matters. And that took a little bit of ego stripping for me. And I've noticed that when I name that sometimes in my workshops, that people go, just the acknowledgement of it. Just acknowledging that, yeah, that was me. I actually cringe when I think back to a few situations where I thought I could just get my way. And for me, nonviolent communication is, the 4 steps. They still help me at times when I'm noticing the stress and I want to go back to my old way of speaking. But those steps actually have fallen away mostly. It's the way how I see the world. It's how I experience life. Yeah. So it's much deeper than just a tool for communication. And I celebrate that so much.